this is Steven Platinum, your friend in wrestling with Platinum versus Smackdown. This is from March 19th, 2021, and I'm at the Castle Hotel at Autograph, ready to get my day going with my kids, but until then, we're going to knock this out super quick, super fast. This is the Fastlane go-home edition of Smackdown, and it's from the Thunderdome at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida. Michael Cole welcomes us, which immediately makes me wince, inside. Corey Graves is at ringside. And officially, my least favorite announced team in all of wrestling is ready to go. They got Jey Uso versus Hall of Famer Edge, with the winner becoming the special enforcer for the Universal title match at Fastlane. So the stakes are not incredibly high as we go into the show. We've got Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks, who's the SmackDown Women's Champion. They're arguing. Grr, snarl, rip, tear, shred. So, Belair doesn't like that Banks is defending her title against Nia Jax tonight. Why that's her business, I really don't know. Banks blames everything on Reginald as the opponents here for WrestleMania 37 argue back and forth. What a craptastic way to start the show. And we have our match, Nia Jax against Sasha Banks. Long story short, take a commercial in the middle of it. Belair kind of saves Banks from Shayna Baszler interfering. Shayna Baszler, whoopsie-daisy, accidentally kicks Nia Jax, and Banks pins her. Man, terrible stuff to start, though it's always great seeing Sasha Banks. Sasha wins. Baszler is apologizing to Jax. We get a replay of that finish. Lots of interference, lots of shenanigans. It's the WWE. We promote Edge again because we have Edge against Jey Uso, which they emphasize. Now Kayla Braxton is backstage with Edge. How's it feel to have your first match on SmackDown in forever? And they talk about a lot of Edge's career highlights, winning the World Heavyweight title over The Undertaker, the sadness when he had to hand the title over and retire. He says he's back. On and on. Back to the ring, Seth Rollins comes out as the announcers plug WrestleMania 37 tickets being on sale. And people are touting the victory of them almost selling out WrestleMania already. But it's 25,000 seats, which is nothing to shake a stick at, but still. And people who bought the first night bought the second night. Almost to over 90% of the people bought tickets for both nights. So, I mean, good for WrestleMania, but I mean, it's not really a shock, is it? I would imagine if AEW went to an arena and had 20 to 25,000 tickets for sale, they would sell out in just about the same amount of time. So it's good that WrestleMania is selling out in spite of the fact that they don't tell you what's on night one, night two. It's a terrible precedent. It is what it is, but we're moving on. Yeah. We get more stuff about Edge. Edge and Hogan teaming on SmackDown 19 years ago to win the WWE tag titles from Billy and Chuck in a hate crime of gay bashing. The announcers plug Hogan and Titus O'Neil being the WrestleMania 37 hosts, to the delight of very few. Nia Jax is backstage venting to Shayna Baszler over what happened. Oh, Baszler apologizes, but Jax doesn't want to hear it. What's Baszler going to do about it? Baszler's going to get a match with Bianca Belair and give her the nastiest beating of her life. Okay. Go back to the ring, and Seth Rollins has a mic as fans boo him. He cuts a promo. He goes on for a long time. Talks about Cesaro and Nakamura. Nakamura enters the ring, and he tells Rollins to shut up. Ooh, clever. They kind of fight each other a little bit. Nakamura stands tall as Rollins looks on. The announcers hype Eric Bischoff going into the WWE Hall of Fame. Yay. Street Profits against Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. Rey and Dominic win in a huge upset, but out come Otis and Chad Gable. And they go, we should fight you. So now they fight Rey Mysterio and Dominic. And the Alpha Academy, as they're calling themselves, win. So everybody's a loser. Good job. Except for Otis and Chad Gable. But they're a different kind of losers. Yeah. They're plugging Fastlane. And we got Sami Zayn backstage ranting to his conspiracy documentary film crew. He's got a match with King Baron Corbin tonight. Oh, boy. Kevin Owens walks by. Sami stops him. You want to be involved in my documentary? I'm in touch with Logan Paul. Super edgy and cool. Owens mentioned knowing Sami for a long time. Maybe this is all your fault, Sami. He's not going to take blame for that. Go back to the ring. Daniel Bryan comes out. Fans chant yes. They're excited. They're plugging these WrestleMania 37 tickets. I thought they were almost sold out. Boy. We go back and we see more Edge moments. Cashed in Money in the Bank, etc., etc., which they already alluded to, but they show it. Okay. The announcers hype Edge versus Jey Uso in tonight's main event. The winner is going to be the special enforcer for Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns at Fastlane. Bryan is chanting yes. Sure is exciting. Bryan says how if he wins at Fastlane, then he'll be in the WrestleMania main event, which is all he really wants. Reigns comes out. They say some stuff. And then they start saying how I'm going to beat you and make you tap out. Nuh-uh, says Roman Reigns. Classic stuff. Really riveting. Can't wait. Super great. Get Peacock now so you could watch Fastlane. Because find out who is right. Is Daniel Bryan right? Or will the from Roman Reigns stand up? Riveting high-stakes drama. Speaking of which, we have King Baron Corbin, nobody's favorite wrestler, against Sami Zayn. They're both heels, so this is weird. King Corbin wins. Yeah. Owens is there talking. And Owens defends his officiating. And it's a bad segment. We see Big E and Apollo Crews getting hooked up for their sit-down interview. This will be the strongest Apollo Crews fake accent yet, I'm sure. Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura is confirmed for Fastlane. I was listening to see the cheers of joy throughout the country when I announced that, but I didn't hear anything. I'll take that for what it is. So, Big E and Apollo Crews talk. They're not going to reconcile. Crews says, don't talk to Nigerian royalty with such disrespect. I think to myself, boy, this sounds a lot more like Roman Reigns' gimmick. This is a bad idea on the same show. But nobody listens to me. Except for you, which I appreciate. Big E finds a golf cart, rides it around Tropicana Field while yelling for Crews. Cameraman rides with Big E. We see Crews backstage telling Big E to come find him. Big E finds him. And Crews may have changed his mind. Big E attacks and beats Crews. Everybody is sad. Oh, so sad. Next. Bianca Belair. Why is this thing not charging? Annoying. Bianca Belair against Shayna Baszler. This is a foregone conclusion match, is it not? No, it's a no contest because they have to build up their tag thing. Because Natalya attacks Belair and Snuka comes in and super kicks Belair and all kinds of stuff happens. And they stand tall. And I just go, heavy sigh. We see Edge retiring on Smackdown 10 years ago, which they already alluded to. Okay. Edge versus Jey Uso. Long story short, Edge wins this. So he's going to be the special enforcer. Reigns spears Bryan a couple times, and the crowd is mad about it. And they both get speared by Reigns, and Reigns stands tall, and we can only hope that that is the case on Sunday. But don't hold your breath, because there's really no need if you're walking around in the air.